Gwyneth Paltrow and Chris Martin, the iconic Coldplay frontman, shocked fans when they announced the end of their marriage in 2014. However, their split was far from traditional. Instead of following the usual route of separation, the couple famously coined the term conscious uncoupling, an approach that reflected their desire to maintain a positive and healthy relationship despite no longer being together as a married couple. Now, years after their public breakup, Paltrow has opened up about the unconventional nature of their divorce and the steps they took to ensure their children were well adjusted. In a recent interview on the world's first podcast, Paltrow, 52, reflected on their unique decision to continue living together even after they had called it quits romantically. The actress and lifestyle mogul shared how, despite announcing their separation, she and Chris actually stayed under the same roof for nearly a year. This decision, she explained, was a conscious effort to ensure that their children, Apple, 20, and Moses, 18, were not negatively impacted by the changes in their family dynamic. Paltrow believes that this approach is increasingly important in modern-day separations, where there is more emphasis on maintaining a peaceful and supportive environment for children rather than letting bitterness seep into the family environment. "I think now people are thinking about different ways of separating and doing it," Paltrow said during the interview, acknowledging that her and Chris' situation might not be the norm, but could offer valuable insight for others going through similar experiences. She emphasized the need to rethink traditional divorce and separation models, particularly when children are involved. "We lived together for like a year when we were already separated. I do think that it's possible," Paltrow continued, shedding light on their decision to remain in close proximity even after parting ways. For the couple, it wasn't about preserving their romantic relationship but about maintaining stability for their kids. The idea of living separately but still coexisting as a family unit wasn't as common back in 2014, but Gwyneth feels the concept of conscious uncoupling has gained traction over the years. Throughout the podcast interview, Gwyneth's focus was clear: doing what's best for the children. "Ultimately, if you're saying you want to put your children first, then find a way not to do the thing where you're cursing out the other one behind their back or dropping the kid at the end of the driveway," she explained. Her words reflect her belief that mutual respect and understanding are key to navigating post-divorce relationships, especially when children are involved. In fact, Paltrow believes that even though divorce can be painful, finding a way to peacefully navigate the separation can create a more harmonious environment for everyone involved. Her thoughts echoed a growing sentiment among many divorced parents who believe that making decisions from a place of compassion and maturity can help children feel secure, loved, and supported, even after the family unit has changed. This approach, of course, doesn't come without its challenges. Living with an ex-spouse, even for the benefit of the children, takes a significant amount of emotional maturity and a deep commitment to prioritizing the well-being of the kids over personal conflicts. It requires a shift away from negative behaviors, such as bad-mouthing the other parent or creating tension that could affect the children's peace of mind. As Paltrow and Martin moved forward with their separate lives, they made it clear that their focus would remain on co-parenting and supporting their children in every way possible. Their commitment to making the situation work for their family has been inspiring to many, and their story continues to spark conversations around healthy post-divorce relationships. Chris and Gwyneth were married for 10 years before their split, and although their marriage may have ended, their commitment to being parents together remained unwavering. Through their journey, both Paltrow and Martin have set an example of how divorce doesn't have to mean the end of respect, love, or collaboration, especially when it comes to raising children. Their ability to maintain a close-knit, supportive family environment post-divorce has been praised by many. Gwyneth's message in her recent interview is one of positivity, empathy, and conscious decision-making, showing that even in the most challenging times, it's possible to create an environment where children can thrive, and where respect between ex-partners can remain intact. In conclusion, Gwyneth Paltrow's candid discussion about her divorce from Chris Martin highlights the evolving approach to separation and divorce, focusing on mutual respect, emotional maturity, and most importantly, the well-being of the children. By continuing to live together for almost a year after announcing their separation, Paltrow and Martin demonstrated that it is possible to divorce without drama, bitterness, or animosity, and instead foster a sense of understanding and cooperation that ultimately benefits the whole family.